Are you ready?
Yeah. I have an old injury on my waist. Be gentle. Can you give it to me now?
Here's your payment. A total of 500,000. Now that you've taken the money, keep your mouth shut. If I find out you've been blabbing around, I'll make sure you suffer a horrific death.
I understand. Is everything in place?
Miss Lan, rest assured, everything's been arranged. The room in the Shin Shield Hotel is dimly lit. Mr. Mu has been drugged again. He definitely won't remember the face of the woman.
Good job. If only I was still a virgin, there'd be no need to find another woman to cure Bai Chen's ailment. Bai Chen, you're awake.
Last night? Was it you who cured me of the love potion?
Last night was my first time.
I lost my senses last night. Did I hurt you? Don't worry, I'll take responsibility.
But you and Miss Yun from the Yun family are engaged.
It doesn't matter, it was just an arranged marriage as kids. I'll find a reason to call off the engagement with her. And marry you.
Bai Chen, you're so kind. Doctor, I've got money now. I've managed to gather 500,000. Please, I beg you, save my mom and my brother. I'm begging you.
Miss Yun, unfortunately, your mother passed away half an hour ago. I'm truly sorry.
Passed away?
I'm really sorry. Miss Yun, please accept my condolences. Your mother may be gone, but your brother's life has been saved. However, given the extent of his injuries, the cost for his ongoing rehab and treatment will be substantial. 500,000 will hardly be enough.
I understand.
Back in the day, your mother and Madame Mu were as close as sisters. Shallow has been betrothed to the young master of the Mu family. There's no harm in her marrying over.
You left my mom and us siblings without a word for years. Neglected us while you were with that mistress and her daughter. Only now that something's happened, you remember us. You don't deserve to be our father.
How dare you talk to your old man like that? You know the wealth of the Mu family. They're the richest in Asia. And the young Master Mu is quite a catch. What's wrong with Shallow marrying in?
If he's so great, why don't you have that? Daughter of your mistress, marry him. Don't think I don't know about young Master Mu's accident abroad leading to his paralysis. Not only can he not move, he's also impotent. You can't bear to lose the Mu family's wealth and status. Yet you don't want your illegitimate daughter to suffer by marrying him. So you cold-heartedly make Shallow marry him. To live as a widow?
So what? She has to marry someone eventually. Marrying a disabled person from a well-off family is better than marrying a beggar.
You...
Brother, please stop. I'll marry...
Jiang Qian, what are you talking about?
Sigh, that's more like it. Jiang Qian is the sensible one after all.
I can agree to get married.
Conditions? What conditions?
I want 3 million.
Where am I supposed to find 3 million?
Although our family isn't as prestigious as the Mu family, we surely can't be so poor as to not afford 3 million, right?
You...
If you can't raise it, it's fine. Don't I have a sister? Just let her marry instead. But my sister must be pretty, right? If she marries someone with a disability, her life will be over.
Fine. 3 million it is then.
Qian, you agreed to marry to raise money for my treatment, right? Marriage is for life? My life's practically over anyway. Don't worry about me. Just let me die.
Brother, don't talk nonsense. And Mum's gone. Now I only have you. Are you going to leave me too? I'm begging you, please don't leave me alone, okay?
All right. You've been feeling nauseous lately. Have you gone for a checkup?
All right, I'll get checked. Brother, you eat first. Mr. Mu?
How's the divorce talk with the Yun family going?
I've done as you asked, claiming to the Yun family that you were poisoned, leaving you paralyzed and even impotent. But the Yun family showed no signs of calling off the marriage.
With my condition like this, they are still willing to marry off their daughter to me. This Yun family, desperate for power and prestige, truly doesn't care about their daughter's life or death.
Sigh.
Never mind. Arrange for us to meet. I'll personally go and talk to them.
Mr. Mu, this marriage was arranged by the old madame after all. Are you sure you want to call it off?
Lan Yuxi has been by my side for so many years, and even sacrificed her virtue to save me from the poison. Although I don't have feelings for her, I owe her an explanation.
What did you say? I'm pregnant. I'm pregnant.
Yes, Miss Yun, congratulations.
But it was just that one time. How could I be pregnant? Baby, are you sent by Mommy to keep me company? Stop it. I know today is the day to meet the Mu family. So annoying.
Miss Lan, are you okay? How do you even watch where you're going? Are you blind? You even dared to bump into our Miss Lan? You must have a death wish?
I'm so sorry. I was just spaced out for a moment. I wasn't watching where I was going. Truly sorry.
Just a light. Sorry, and you think that's it? Do you know who you bumped into? Miss Lan is the president of Mu Corporation, Mr. Mu's fiancée, the future richest lady. You think you can afford to bump into her? Get lost!
What kind of people are these?
Mr. Mu, hello.
This man, he looks so familiar.
Fashion, are you here to pick me up? Mr. Mu really cares for Miss Lan. Just out for a stroll and he comes to pick her up in a luxury car.
Stop talking nonsense. If only the baby's dad could be this nice to me, then the baby might be born into a happy family, right?
Baichin, let's go home. What's wrong with Baichin?
It's nothing. Get in the car.
I'm here.
I thought you would chicken out at the last minute.
If I promise something, I'll see it through.
Yun Qian, bringing you back now isn't about letting you play the spoiled heiress. You're coming back just to honor a marriage agreement and to marry into the Mu family. I heard that man from the Mu family is a cripple, you know.
What are you trying to say?
Can't you tell? I'm gloating over your misfortune. You'll spend the rest of your life as an unhappy widow.
Sihan, what nonsense are you spouting? The Mu family's here. Step aside for a moment. Oh, Mr. Mu, you've arrived.
Isn't that the man I met today? Can't he stand up?
Mr. Mu, this is our Qian. Qian, say hello to Mr. Mu.
Hello.
Yun Chenqian, do you really want to marry me? After all, I'm disabled and also unable to fulfill the duties of a husband.
I don't mind. We were betrothed as children, so no matter what you become, I should marry you. Right, Mr. Moo?
Our Yun family keeps its promises very well. We would never call off an engagement. Not at all.
Miss Yun, may I have a word with you alone?
Mr. Moo, you? What are you doing?
I'm just a loser now, and yet you still want to marry me against all odds. What on earth do you see in me? Money? Power? Or the status of being the wife of the richest man?
But you're not a loser. Aren't you fine now? Mr. Moo, marrying you is just me sticking to the agreement.
Compared to believing in the quality of sticking to promise, I prefer to believe that the hustle and bustle of the world is all for profit.
Mr. Moo, let me be honest with you. This arranged marriage with Mr. Moo, I was forced into it as well. I know Mr. Moo has someone else in his heart, so you're reluctant to marry me. But if Mr. Moo could really decide about this marriage, why bother coming to my door? Since we're both being pressured by our families to fulfill this broken arrangement, why don't we make a deal? Eh?
What kind of deal?
Get the marriage certificate. Let's do it this morning and fulfill the marriage arrangement, so both families have nothing to say. Then, in the afternoon, we can get divorced. It won't hinder our freedom to love. What do you think?
But how do I know? You're not tricking me into marriage and then clinging on to me, refusing to get divorced.
I'm just a simple girl. How dare I play games with Mr. Moo?
All right, it's still early. Let's go get that certificate.
Let's move a bit closer. Beautiful girl. Tilt your head a bit closer. Good. Now smile. Sir, smile, smile. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
You can tell at a glance this is an unhappy arranged marriage. Mr. Moo, your smile looks like you're attending a funeral.
I'm not as unattractive as you.
Such vanity. Dad, I've already married Moo Beichen. It's still early. Let's go get a divorce.
In such a rush?
Don't you want to divorce me?
You're overthinking it.
Let's go line up then.
With so many women lining up to marry me, why is she so eager to divorce me?
Why do you want a divorce?
There's no love.
I'm sorry. Considering marriage is hard to maintain, this reason doesn't suffice for a divorce. Any other reasons? Who cheated?
She did?
I did.
You both cheated simultaneously.
I have 3 on the side.
Miss, you look young, but quite open-minded, I see. Are you sure about your decision?
Sister, throwing out the trash doesn't need second thoughts, right?
You see, her stubbornness, it's impossible to live with. For a human, at least.
Any children?
No.
Any assets to divide?
No.
All right, then, I've submitted your divorce application. Come back in 30 days to collect your divorce certificate. Then you'll be officially divorced in 30 days.
Can we get divorced today? Today we can only submit the application.
You have to wait a 30-day cooling period. Then you can divorce. But we're in a hurry.
What's the rush in getting divorced?
In a hurry to find someone new? Fine.
Same day next month.
Goodbye. Getting a divorce now.
Seems quite bothersome. Thank you. Baichen. What are you doing here?
I heard.
You were at the Civil Affairs office to get a certificate. Baichen, are you leaving me? No.
Getting the certificate was just to... Appease the family. We've already applied for a divorce registration. Really?
In a month?
We can get the divorce certificate. All right then.
It's you. You are the one engaged to Baixun, Monsieur. What a coincidence.
You two know each other.
Go ahead, I'll leave first. I'll head out now.
Wait, this month you'll stay at my place.
Baixun. That doesn't seem right.
Even though our marriage is a sham, to avoid arousing suspicion before we get the divorce papers, we should still live together.
All right then.
I'll send you the address to your phone later. Today's your birthday. Let's go.
Baixun, you're so kind. It's just a month, I can handle it.
This is Mr. Mu's room. I take care of his daily needs. Call me Liu Ma. If you need anything, just let me know.
Okay, thank you. So I'm staying here tonight? Then where does Mu Baixun sleep?
Mr. Mu might not come back tonight. It's Miss Lan's birthday today. He's probably with Miss Lan.
All right, got it. You can go on with your tasks. After a long day, I can finally rest. This bed is quite comfortable. Don't worry, baby. Mommy will work hard to make sure you can sleep in a bed this comfy from the start. Just you wait.
This clearly is an unhappy arranged marriage. This month, we'll just stay at my place. Almost forgot we just got married. Kind of cute.
Jerk. Rascal!
What are you yelling about so early in the morning?
Why are you in my bed?
Let's get one thing straight. This is my bed.
Didn't you go to celebrate your girlfriend's birthday? Why did you suddenly come back?
Girlfriend's birthday? That's nowhere near as important as our wedding night.
We're in a sham marriage. Where does a wedding night come into this?
Sham, marriage or not, we're still legally married, and we can still have our wedding night.
Move aside. Don't you understand the concept of respecting others' privacy?
You're pregnant. You're carrying a child. And married me, and you're talking to me about privacy. Yun Qianqian, what exactly was your purpose in marrying me? Why didn't you tell me you were pregnant?
I only found out not long ago. Besides, why should I tell you? After all, our marriage is fake. We'll be divorced in a month. Is it really that important for you to know?
Getting pregnant right after graduation, Miss Yun's personal life seemed more colorful than I imagined.
Look who's talking.
I don't care whose child you're carrying, but while you're in a marital relationship with me for this month, I expect you to behave if I find out you've made a fool of me. You're done for.
Just worry about yourself, Mr. Moon.
How did you get this ring?
Since when did I have this ring? And why is it any of your business? Give it back to me.
Give it back to you? This is my Mu family's ring. Why do you have it?
The Mu family's ring? I found it.
You found it? Where did you find it?
I don't remember.
Since it's not yours, why didn't you try to return it to its rightful owner?
Don't have the virtue of returning lost property. Something as good as this, if I found it. Of course it's mine now.
This is my Mu family's ring.
Forget it. Take it back for the Mu family. Whatever, I have things to do. I'll go first.
You got a marriage certificate with Mu Baichen? Mu Baichen here.
Bro, don't worry. Mu Baichen has been really good to me. Bro, go ahead and eat first.
Changqian, what's wrong with you? You've been nauseous these days.
Bro, I'm pregnant.
Pregnant? How is that possible? With our situation. We can't even afford Mom's surgery and funeral expenses. Changqian, does this mean you can't keep the baby? Let's go to him right now.
Bro, it's my child. I want to keep it. Your injury hasn't healed. Don't move around so much.
If you keep it, you'll ruin your life.
What's going on? Changqian, what's happening here?
Yun Changqian, you must get rid of the child.
Bro, it's my child.
You're pregnant? Brother Yun Changqian has always been quite stubborn. She and I have been best friends since childhood. Let me try to talk to her.
Thanks for that.
Changqian, step outside for a sec. Let's go.
Baichen, don't worry, I'm fine. It's just a minor burn.
Even minor burns can scar, if not treated properly.
What if it does scar? Would you dislike me then?
Of course not.
Isn't that Miss Yun over there?
Changqian, your brother is just looking out for you, this child.
Stop trying to convince me this child. I'm determined to keep it.
All right then. No matter what. Take good care of yourself. Okay?
Baichen, why such a big reaction towards that woman? Has he really taken a liking to her? No way. Oh. This can't happen, absolutely not. I must take drastic action to safeguard my relationship with Baik.
Mr. Mu, slow down, Miss Lan.
Baichen, why did you drink so much tonight? Are you unhappy?
No?
Baichen, let me keep you company.
Cut it out.
Stay with me tonight, Baichen. It was okay that day, why not today?
I'm just not in the mood. I've been drinking, can't drive you. Let Jiang Shu take you Jiang Shu.
Present.
Mr. Mu, you're back.
Where's Yun Changqian?
The madam hasn't returned yet?
Not back yet?
Why is the light off? Everyone's gone to sleep. Mu Baichen, you're not sleeping. Why haven't you turned on the light?
Where have you been? Why are you coming back so late?
I went to catch up with a friend.
I've been here, waiting for you for 2 hours. And look at you, off catching up with friends.
I didn't ask you to wait for me. This is so random. What are you doing? Why do you smell so strongly of alcohol? How much did you drink?
Your friend, was it a guy or a girl?
What's it to you?
I hope you realize something. You and me were still married. You better not be getting cozy with other men.
Aren't you the one being ambiguous with Miss Lan? So can't I, as your wife, ask you to keep your distance from her?
Ever since we got our marriage certificate, there's been nothing between Lan Yuxi and me.
What you do with her is none of my business. If there's nothing wrong, then move over. I need to rest.
Did you think I was asking for your opinion?
Mu Bei-chin, you're here with me, looking for trouble, right? Mu Bei-chin, have you lost your mind?
What's up? It's okay for you to hug and cuddle with someone else, but I can't even give you a kiss? Yun Changqian, I'm your husband.
What nonsense are you spouting? What are you doing? Don't think just because you're drunk you can act like a hooligan. We're not really husband and wife.
How are we not? We're already married officially. Even if something happens, it's normal.
Back off. Leave. Mu Bei-chin. You jerk. If you dare touch me again, I'll make sure you're no longer a man.
Mr. Mu?
How did I end up here? Why does my head hurt so much? I've never felt like this when drunk before. Why can't I remember anything? Why are you here?
Mr. Mu, there's a document that needs your confirmation.
Mr. Mu's awake. Does your head hurt?
How did you know? What's this? Who left this here? Yun Changqian, didn't I tell you to stay out of trouble? Why are you still flirting around?
It's not something I can control by myself. It takes two to tango.
Weren't you pregnant? That guy actually went through with it. It seems your wild man is no good person either.
Not just no good, he's not even human, worse than an animal.
Who is it? It's that guy from the hospital, right?
You guess?
Yun Changqian, do you really think I wouldn't dare do anything to you? Jiangshi, find me that wild man and take him to be fed to the wolves in the outskirts.
But that might not be a good idea.
What's not good about it? If anyone dares to stop me, deal with them too.
But Mr. Mu, that man is yourself.
What's up, Mr. Mu? You also watched the surveillance video, remember now?
Sorry. I was drunk last night. Lost control for a moment.
Mr. Mu, just now you weren't like this at all. You were furious, acting all fast and furious. Even saying you'd castrate yourself. So, what's it gonna be? Still going through with it? Next time before you come at me, please, Mr. Mu, do your homework. I don't have the time to deal with this every day.
Where are you going?
Back to the Yuns.
Mr. Mu, look, you've made the Madam Storm back to her parents.
Get the car ready?
Where to?
Obviously to bring my wife back.
Oh, all right.
About the agreed 3 million. 1 million hasn't been transferred yet. Today I must get that 1 million back.
Look at the ring your dad bought me. Pretty, isn't it?
Wow, gorgeous. Yun Changqian, what brings you here?
Where's Dad?
He went to a meeting. You didn't come to ask him for money, did you?
He still owes me 1 million. Hasn't paid me yet.
Yun Changqian, you married into the Mu family, such a prestigious household, yet still look so needy. Is it because he doesn't fancy you? Don't end up like your mom, unable to keep a man.
Don't go learning from your mom, always fixated on other men.
Yun Changqian, you've really crossed the line.
Sihan,
you actually dared to hit me.
So what if I hit you? If you dare insult my mother again, I'll skin you alive.
You little troublemaker. Do you think just because you married into the Mu family, you're something special? Let me tell you, this is the Yun household. I have plenty of ways to deal with you. Guards!
What do you think you're doing?
You think just because you married into the Mu family, you've got someone to back you up, and you can soar high, become a phoenix? Keep dreaming. Not to mention whether the Mu family even acknowledges you. Take your husband, for example. Can he even protect you? He probably can't even protect himself, let alone you. Married to a disabled husband. and you sneak through life tail between your legs, yet you dare prance around in my home. You're truly brazen, still not convinced, huh? Then I'll beat you until you submit, acting all high and mighty. Thinking you can hit my daughter because you married into the Mu family. I'd like to see how, when I'm beating you to death, your so-called disabled husband can come to your rescue. Let's go ahead, break her legs.
You're going to break whose legs?
Mu Beichen.
Are you all right, Mu Beichen? Aren't you crippled?
Miss Yun, please watch your words.
Mr. Mu, what happened to your leg?
Unfortunately, Mrs. Yun, it looks like I've disappointed you. From the beginning to the end, my legs have been healthy.
So you're not disabled?
Not only am I not disabled, but I'm also the head of the Mu Corporation. 80% of the industries in Jiangcheng belong to my Mu family. Across all of Asia, in every high-end sector, the Mu family has connections. Mrs. Yun, Miss Yun, with this kind of power, can I back up my wife?
Mr. Mu. You're being too serious. About backing up and all?
I don't care what your relation to Chen Qian is. All I know is you can't bully her. If you target her, you're picking a fight with the Mu family. The Mu Corporation will naturally show you who really called the shots in Jiangcheng. Mrs. Yun, am I right?
Yes, Mr. Mu is absolutely right. We wouldn't dare confront Mrs. Mu. I was just making a little joke with Jiang Qian. Jiang Qian, you should tell Mr. Mu.
A joke? Pinning me down and hitting me is also a joke.
They even hit you.
Yeah.
Mr. Mu, it's my fault. I was too arrogant. I've hurt Mrs. Mu. I'll punish myself.
Mom!
Mr. Mu, is this okay now?
Feeling a bit better?
Yeah, just barely.
And about today, if there's a next time, Jiangcheng will no longer have the Yuns.
Mom, what's going on? Mu Beichen, isn't he supposed to be crippled?
Look at him. Does he look crippled to you?
But how could this be? The Mu's power is immense, and Mu Beichen is fiercely protective. Had I known he wasn't crippled, why bother with Yun Chengqian? I'd just marry him directly. Wouldn't that solve everything?
It seems from the start he was pretending. Not sure if your dad knows about this.
Mom, did you see how Yun Chengqian just now was all high and mighty? See? She's just relying on Mu Beichen's support to be so arrogant. If it keeps up, she's going to be above us.
What can we do about it? She's Mrs. Mu now. Who dares to offend her?
Why isn't the one married to Mu Beichen me? In what ways am I inferior to Yun Changqian? Mom, I also want to marry Mu Beichen. The position of Mrs. Mu was supposed to be mine. I will take it back.
Well, it's come to this. At this point, we can only think this through thoroughly.
What are you doing?
Mr. Mu, I bought all the medicine you wanted. Take a look. Do you need anything else? Why can't I see all of a sudden? Mr. Mu, it's really dark, isn't it? Aren't the lights on?
Then I'm going to rest now.
Sit down.
What for?
To apply the medicine. Miss Yun, the slap mark on your face. Do you want it to scar?
Oh, I'll do it myself then. Or you can do it. What are you waiting for? What are you doing?
There's also a wound on your neck.
Oh, then go ahead.
You should apply it yourself.
You're so weird, acting all mysterious. Fine.
Lie down.
What?
Lie down. Don't you have a wound on your waist? Let me help you massage it.
No need, I can do it myself.
Don't move. Or I can't guarantee what might happen.
I have an old injury on my waist. Be gentle.
What did you say?
I mentioned I have an old injury on my back. Be gentler when you massage it. What's wrong? I have a chronic back issue. Be gentle.
It's nothing. I'll be careful.
I brought some fruit. What are you guys doing?
She hurt her back. I'm just helping her massage it.
Now that Miss Lan is here, I'll leave you two alone.
Baiken, why would you give her a back massage? You never did that for me. Don't tell me you've fallen for her.
You're thinking too much?
Seeing you both like this, how can I not overthink? Baiken, I gave you my most precious first time. You wouldn't leave me, would you?
Don't worry, rest assured. Currently, Yun Qianqian and I have nothing going on, and we won't in the future. Once the cooling off period for the divorce is over, I'll separate from her. Then I can take responsibility for you.
Really?
Lately, why have I been feeling nauseous?
Don't worry. The prenatal checkup shows
Isn't that Yun Jianqian?
that the baby is fine. It's just you've been overworking yourself. You should pay more attention to yourself at ordinary times, even if not for yourself, than for the baby inside you.
All right, I got it. Keep nagging like this and I won't come to you anymore. Okay, enough talking.
Yun Jianqian is actually pregnant. But she just married Bacon not even half a month ago. And Bacon has never touched her. How could she possibly be pregnant? Could it be the child she's carrying isn't Bacon's? Hey, find a way immediately to have a paternity test. With Baichen for the child in Yun Qianqian's belly?
Miss Lan, the test results are out. Please have a look.
The result is pretty obvious. No need to look anymore. I've already transferred the money to you. You can go now.
Thank you, Miss Lan.
The DNA test results are out. Wait until Baichen sees this report and discovers the child has nothing to do with him. Given Baichen's personality, he will definitely kick you out of the Mu family.
Baby, be good. Mummy bought a lot of nutritional supplements. Mummy will take good care of you. Hey, Ziyin, what did you say? Lan Yuxi bribed someone and secretly took my blood sample from the prenatal checkup for a paternity test with Mu Bacon. Okay, I got it.
Bacon? I have something about Yun Qianqian to tell you, Luke.
A paternity test report. Whose is it?
Just open it and you'll see.
Wait a minute. Lan Yuxi, do you realize without my consent you let my child undergo a paternity test with someone else? That's invading my privacy.
Baichen, how can you say someone else? I did this all for your sake. Our family values tradition and strictness. It's impossible for them to accept a child not of their own bloodline.
What do you mean?
You don't know. You and Baichen only got the marriage certificate half a month ago. How could you possibly be 6 weeks pregnant? The child in your belly definitely isn't Baichen's.
So this is the DNA test report for the child in Yun Qianqian's belly and mine.
Baichen, the child she's carrying, isn't yours. That's her proof of betrayal?
Enough. I know the child she's carrying isn't mine.
Baichen, she betrayed you. You despise betrayal the most. Can you tolerate that? What can't you tolerate then?
I never intended to have him support the child. Besides, we'll go our separate ways in a month anyway. Whose child I'm carrying is none of your business. Right, Mr. Moo? Don't you agree?
From now on, stop taking matters into your own hands. Don't do it again. I have a meeting now. Please excuse me.
Baichen?
Miss Lan, if you invade my privacy again like this, I won't hesitate to take up legal actions against you.
You...
My brother's illness still needs ongoing treatment. I need to find a job that pays well. But I'm just a porcelain restorer. These days, who's hiring porcelain restorers? Wan Sheng Group is hiring a porcelain restoration expert with a salary of 100,000. 200,000 a month. That seems pretty good. I'll give it a try. Entering. Why is it you? Didn't go see your sweetheart. She seemed pretty unstable.
I'm really sorry about today. I didn't make things clear to Yushi, and you ended up wronged.
Am I hearing things? Or are you pretending? The great CEO, Mu, actually apologizing?
Yun Qiangqian, whose child is it in your belly?
That's none of your business.
I just want to know more about you.
No need. We're bound to part ways sooner or later. You should spend more time getting to know Lan Yuxin. Anything else? That's great. As long as I can pass the interview for this job. I won't have to worry about my brother's medical bills ever again.
Miss Yun, congratulations. You're so talented. You passed our company's interview. You can head back now and wait for the hiring notice.
Thank you.
Yun Qianqian, what's she doing here? What was that person here for?
Probably here for the job interview for the porcelain restorer position, I guess.
Notify HR. I'm not satisfied with that person. Nobody's allowed to hire her. Understood?
Okay.
Oh, got it. I'm sorry, Miss Yun. HR just informed us that you've been eliminated.
I've been eliminated, right? Didn't you just say? This lady, your company, is this flippant?
Well, to tell you the truth, Miss Yun, you've offended our CEO's future wife. There's nothing we can do, really.
The CEO's wife? But I don't even know her.
I'm not too clear on the details, but you've been eliminated.
The CEO's wife. Who is she exactly? I don't even know the CEO, let alone his wife.
Miss Yun Qianqian? You've been overdue for 2 weeks now. If you don't make the payment, we'll have to suspend the treatment for your brother.
Please don't stop, Doctor. Don't worry, for the medical expenses, I'll pay them off shortly.
Sure, you can have the money, but you need to do something for me.
You initially said that as long as I married Mu Beichin, you would give me 3 million. Now I'm still short 1 million. Are you trying to weasel out of it?
What do you mean, weasel out of it? Why did I want you to marry Mu Beichin in the first place? Because it would help the Yun family's business interests.
Going back on your word, do you even deserve to be a father?
Such an ill-mannered brat. Is this how you talk to your dad? If you want. The remaining 1 million, go tell Mu Beichin to give me the development rights. To Qianlongbei, do you think he'll listen to me?
I heard from Sihan.
Mu Beichin seems quite protective of you. A small piece of land shouldn't be a problem. I don't care how you do it. If you want the money for your brother's treatment, then get that land for me. As for the HR department.
What exactly is going on? Is it really that hard to hire a porcelain restorer? Tell the HR manager why you're here. Is it?
A bad time for me to be here? Then you carry on. I'll come back later.
Wait a minute. What's up? Go ahead, say it.
What could possibly be wrong with me? Mr. Mu, I specially made this for you, wild mushroom soup. It took 3 hours to simmer. You've got to try it.
Wild mushrooms can easily be poisonous. Are you trying to murder your own husband?
Poisonous? But the girl who picked these mushrooms didn't say that. She said these mushrooms could extend life and even boost vitality.
Do you think I need that?
How would I know?
I'll give you another chance. Just spit it out if there's something on your mind. What about the one I just drank?
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention just now. Actually, there is something.
Is it about the development rights to Hidden Dragon Bay?
How did you know?
So this is why the Yun family doesn't care that I'm handicapped and still married you off to me. What are you trying to say?
If you want the development rights to Hidden Dragon Bay...
That's possible. But it has to be exchanged for something more precious.
What could be more precious?
What do you think?
Mubeichen, what are you thinking?
We're husband and wife. Isn't it normal for me to think anything?
We're a fake husband and wife. It's fake. We're going to get divorced sooner or later. Besides, don't you still have Lan Yorxi? Don't you think you'd be betraying her?
Hidden Dragon Bay is a big project. If you want its development rights, you definitely need to trade something more precious for it.
Mubeichen, what kind of thug are you playing at? I've got things to do, so I'm heading out first.
Strange. Why is it that every time I face her, I can't help myself?
Mubeichen is truly a rogue. Just look at him. I'm afraid we won't secure the development rights for Chanlong Bay. Not at this rate.
Qiang, it's so late. What are you doing here?
Just out for a stroll. What about you?
I just happened to have a patient nearby. Came over for a follow-up visit.
Oh, I see.
You seem upset. Sit down, let's talk.
It's already 10 p.m. Why hasn't Yun Qiangqian come back? Could it be that today I was too abrupt and scared her away?
Qiangqian. About the child you're carrying. What's going on?
I don't want to talk about it anymore.
But if the child is born, and you keep the father in the dark. Back in school, no one would play with me except you. You helped me and never despised me. You're the most important person to me. Whatever troubles you have, you can tell me. I will definitely do my utmost to help you.
Yun Qiangqian.
Mubeichen.
Ghosting me, huh? Meeting with another man secretly?
What kind of way is that to talk?
And who are you to Qiangqian? What right do you have to question her like that?
I'm her husband.
You're married?
Yes. She's already married. She is now someone else's wife. So drop all those unwarranted little fantasies of yours. And don't you harbor any inappropriate thoughts or actions towards her. Let's go, back home.
Lian, thank you for today. We'll catch up another time.
Catch up about what? Talk to your husband instead?
Are you sick or something?
What exactly is your relationship with that man?
He's an old classmate of mine.
Old classmates get to be handsy with you. I'm warning you. Keep your distance from him moving forward.
What do you mean by that? You're suspecting us? Not to mention that he and I have nothing going on. And even if there was something, it's none of your business.
I am your husband.
A fake husband. You should spend more time keeping tabs on your little sweetheart.
Don't you want the land at Longwon Bay? I can give it to you. Of course, under one condition. You'd have to trade yourself for it. Why are you hiding?
How could you insult me like this, Mubeichen? We're in a sham marriage. Please do not engage in such overstepping behavior anymore.
Do you not want the land anymore?
Regarding the land, do whatever you wish. It seems like the Long Bay project is a bust. I need to figure out a way to quickly gather the treatment money from my brother. Secretary Zhang, what are you doing here? Oh boy.
Don't even mention it. I just don't know who. The culprit is some heartless person shattered Mr. Mu's beloved antique vase. Mr. Mu was furious, searched for a restorer overnight, but hasn't found one yet. He's fuming in his study, and no one dares to disturb him. But here I am, with several documents waiting for his signature. So I'm stuck here.
The vase, was it that white porcelain vase?
Yes, that's the one. Priceless. And also a memento from Mr. Mu's mother. Ah, Ma'am, you've always been at home. Do you perhaps know which scoundrel broke the item? Tell me, I'll make sure they pay. Skin and bone.
What if that person was me?
Ma'am, President Mu won't be back tonight. It's all up to you now to go fix the vase in the study. It's a great opportunity to make amends.
Okay.
Hey, ma'am, are you sure you can do it? Right now, inside, it's still somewhat in pieces. I hope it doesn't end up turning into dust after you're done.
Don't worry. Mission accomplished. Mu Beichen, how come you're back so early?
What are you doing in my study? This vase.
I didn't mean to break it last night. I didn't know it was so important to you. Sorry, but I've already fixed it for you. Guaranteed to look just like it did before.
You fixed this? Yesterday, I asked 7 top restoration masters in the country. They all said it couldn't be restored even if fixed. There would be cracks. What you did today. It's good as new. You've learned this?
This was my major. I'm actually Teacher Luo's last apprentice.
Luo Yujin, the top ceramics restorer in the country.
Exactly.
I had no idea. My wife is a successor of a great master. You? Stayed up all night to fix it without sleep. Don't treat yourself so badly next time, and you're pregnant, you need to rest well.
Now that the vase is fixed, I'll go rest first.
Yun Qianqian.
What's up?
About Qianlong Bay.
I didn't think it through. After all, it's the Mu family's land. We're not related by blood or marriage. And here I am, asking you for it. It's really not right. I won't push you to give me the land anymore. Sorry?
What about your dad? How will you explain it to him?
That's my problem. You don't need to worry. Let's go.
Didn't expect not only is she highly skilled, but her understanding is also very clear.
Baichen, I heard your precious vase was shattered. I've already asked someone to find a restorer. I believe we'll find one soon.
No need. It's already fixed.
Fixed already? Who fixed it?
Why are you here today?
I missed you. Can't I come see you? Nothing happened between you and Yun Qianqian recently, right?
Me and her, what could possibly happen?
Right. There's no emotional connection between you two. What could possibly happen?
What's wrong with you?
I don't know. I've been feeling nauseous lately. Maybe my stomach is upset.
That's not good. I'll take you to the hospital.
Okay.
Oh, Yang, recently, is there anything you need my help with?
Why are you suddenly asking this?
It's nothing. It's about the kid. Does Mu Beichin know?
He knows.
I'm going to get checked first. Wait for me here.
Do you need anything? I can help. Just let me know directly. No need to go to anyone else. We're good friends, right?
Even if we are good friends, I can't always bother you. But thanks for your kindness. But my own matters, I can solve them myself.
Don't be shy. What I fear the most is you being formal with me. Qian. Actually,
Honey,
Mu Beichin, why are you at the hospital?
why didn't you tell me? Is it something uncomfortable?
Did you take the wrong medicine?
Qian is here for a prenatal checkup today. Mr. Mu, didn't you know? Letting your wife. Come for a prenatal checkup alone, Mr. Mu. You really are a good husband.
What's it to you?
I can't stand seeing Shan being wronged. Not even the slightest bit.
My wife, whether she's wronged or not, what's it to you? I remember telling you, you'd better stay away from Shan.
How come you can't give Shan happiness, but won't allow others to care for her?
Who says I can't give her happiness?
If you truly could make her happy, why would she have to struggle for money all over the place? Mu Beichin, if you can't take care of her, then you better leave early. I'm the one who can make her happy.
Ziyin, are you okay?
Yun Shan. Your husband is still standing right here and you're worrying about another man.
Why do you resort to violence? You came to the hospital today just to trouble me? On purpose?
I.
Beichin, I'm done with my checkup. Shan, are you here for a checkup too? I wasn't feeling great today. Didn't have much going on. But Beichin, he insisted I come get checked. Didn't expect to run into you here. Is this your boyfriend?
Hey, Mr. Mu. How come you had time to come to the hospital today? Oh, it's because Miss Lan fell sick.
Yun Qian, you shouldn't talk to me with that attitude.
Then how should I talk to you, Mu Beichin, if you expect to demand this from me as your wife? Then please start by demanding it of yourself as a husband first. Let's go!
Qian, you seem really close to that handsome guy. He couldn't really be Qian's boyfriend, could he? Beichin, do you think the baby in Qian's belly is his too?
Haven't you finished your exam? I'm going to get the lab results.
Doctor, what do the lab results say?
What sickness? You're pregnant.
Pregnant? Could it be that night that got Yuxi pregnant?
How could I possibly be pregnant? Beichin and I never could be my ex-boyfriends.
Yes, you're going to be a dad. The baby is already 2 months old.
2 months? Could there be a mistake?
This kind of thing, how could it be mistaken? Young man, what kind of way is that to talk?
But...
Beichin, maybe we should step outside for a bit. Beichin?
He said you're 2 months pregnant, but the last time we were together was clearly a month ago. How could you be 2 months pregnant?
It must have been the machine that malfunctioned during the test. You have to believe me?
This is the largest hospital in the city, the biggest one around. How could the equipment here possibly malfunction?
Mistakes can happen, even momentarily. Beichin, don't you believe me? Beichin, that night was my first time. You know that. Do you think I would do what Yun Qian did? Carry someone else's child and make you responsible? Is that how lowly you see me? Since you don't believe me, maybe I should just terminate this pregnancy. What's that?
Calm down, let's not be hasty.
You're doubting me this much. And you want me to stay calm.
All right, let's go to another hospital for a checkup. First, dry those tears. Calm down. I'll go get the car. Let's head to the main city hospital for another look.
Hey, do you have someone at the main city hospital? Go handle something for me immediately.
Well, Mr. Mu, the results are in. Miss Lan is indeed 1 month pregnant.
The previous hospital said she was 2 months pregnant. Even this kind of check can make mistakes, huh?
The results can indeed be affected by the machine's aging degree as well as the patient's physical condition at the time. It's not surprising. Mr. Mu shouldn't worry too much.
Right, now do you believe me?
Sorry. I shouldn't have doubted you before.
Beijing! This is your child? You'll stay with him, right?
Don't worry. I'll take responsibility for you and the child. I promise.
Then what about Yun Chengqian?
After the divorce cooling off period is over, I'll naturally separate from her.
Really? Beijing, you're so kind.
Mr. Mu, the maternity-specific high-comfort bed has been purchased. All kinds of radiation-proof appliances, bird's nest made from Australian blood swallows, and millennia-old ginseng supplements have been bought too. Mr. Mu, take a look. Do you need anything else?
Just handle it as you see fit. As long as it's something a pregnant woman needs. Buy it for Lan Yuxi.
Mr. Mu, no offense, but Miss Lan, after all, is carrying your child. Aren't you a bit too indifferent?
Haven't I asked you to buy those things for her? How am I being indifferent?
If you really cared, you'd prepare them yourself. You're always so attentive to your wife, taking care of everything personally. Why is it different with Miss Lan? I'll go get ready then.
Wait a minute. What's Yun Tianqian doing right now?
The madam, she's probably looking for a job. Though she's also pregnant. She's not as fortunate as Miss Lan, not getting any supplements, and has to hustle around for work.
Go check something for me.
Mr. Mu, I've pretty much figured everything out. The wife's mother and Chairman Yun divorced a long time ago. The lady has been living with her mother and brother, sharing their life. They've been through some tough times. As for the lady's social circle, it's pretty small. Her personal life isn't messy, and she's never had a boyfriend.
Then the baby she's carrying, what about it?
It was a month ago. The lady's mother and brother were in a car accident. They needed a large sum for surgery urgently. That's when someone approached her, offering her the money, but in exchange she had to be with a man. Mr. Mu, you wouldn't look down on her for this, right?
She sacrificed herself for the lives of her family. She had no choice. How could I possibly look down on her?
Yeah, the lady is really pitiful. Now her brother still needs a large sum for his treatment. She must be trying her best to raise the money.
Did we find the porcelain restorer?
We did, then tripled the salary. But their skills are a bit inconsistent.
Fire the current one, increase the salary 3 times more. I have someone in mind.
The nursing care for my brother costs 30, and the follow-up treatment will require another 500,000. Today Ziyin got punched because of me. I need to buy some supplements as an apology. All things considered, I definitely won't have enough money. Or why are you here again?
I brought you something.
What is it? You call this just a little?
Aren't you pregnant? Even though the child isn't mine, at least for now, you're still my wife. So, as your husband, I have to take on the responsibility of taking care of you. Here are some essentials for pregnant women and some supplements. You take them.
This ugly pillow is also a must-have for pregnant women?
This is for you to hug while sleeping, to protect your belly. I actually visited 5 different baby stores to pick it out. Its material and quality are top-notch. Ugly, huh?
This is also for the baby.
It's for you. I looked it up. Pregnant women need to drink more water, and since you don't like drinking water now, this will be perfect for you to drink from. It can also remind you even if you're not thirsty. The little rascal inside your belly might be.
You're the little rascal. Mu Beichen. Your company didn't start a business in the mother and baby industry, and you came specifically to promote products to me, did it?
What products would need me to personally sell them?
Then why are you suddenly concerned about pregnancy stuff?
Lan Yuxi is pregnant.
She is carrying your child. Well, that's good for you, Congratulations. These items, weren't they just something you picked up while buying gifts for Lan Yuxi? No wonder you're being so kind all of a sudden. Thanks anyway.
That was not it. Everything here was personally selected by me for you. You were never just an afterthought.
I still have things to do. I should head back now.
This is your room.
Yeah, right. Anyway, I still have things to take care of. Why don't you head back first?
There's one more thing. The development rights to Qianlong Bay, I can give them to your Yun family.
Why? I did some research in advance. The Yun family simply doesn't have the capability to develop Qianlong Bay.
I know.
You know and still want to give it to the Yun family? Are you looking to make a loss? It can't be because of me, can it? Of course not.
You think you have that much charm? I, Mu Beichen, would never make a losing deal. Giving the development rights to Qianlong Bay to your Yun family comes with conditions. What condition?
What's the condition?
I want you.
You want me?
Yeah, I want you to join our Wansheng as a porcelain restorer. You'll get 600,000 a month after the taxes with complete insurance and benefits package, plus other perks on top. All you have to do is agree, and I'll give the development rights of Qianlong Bay to the Yun family.
Wansheng Group. So you're the CEO of Wansheng Group?
Wansheng is under the Mu Corporation. What's up?
But I interviewed at Wansheng Group 2 days ago, also for the porcelain restorer position. They said I had offended the CEO's wife and disqualified me.
The CEO's wife? This matter will be thoroughly investigated by me. Just show up for work on time. What's wrong? Any problem? What if I told you that you're exactly what I'm after? Would you believe me?
You're not plotting for my pregnant status, trying to make me a wet nurse for Lan Yuxi's child, are you?
Report to Wansheng in a day. If you're even a minute late, you'll lose 100.
600,000 a month, and I even got the development rights to Qianlong Bay. This way, I can settle things with the Yun family. The Yun family will also give me another $1 million. So, all in all, my brother's medical and nursing expenses, as well as his rehabilitation costs, are all covered. Hey.
Mr. Mu, about the matter you had me look into, I found out everything. Your wife indeed applied for a job at Wansheng. However, she was personally rejected by Miss Lan.
Bliss, Lan Yuxi.
Baichen, all those gifts you prepared, I've seen them all. Even the baby diapers. You've thought of everything. We don't need diapers just yet, though.
Jiang Shu is always meticulous and reliable. He prepared those. Yun Qiangqiang came for an interview as a porcelain restorer a few days ago. You had her rejected.
That's because Changqian just graduated, right? This position requires a seasoned restorer. I'm afraid she won't be able to handle it.
But Yun Qiangqian was trained by the country's top porcelain restoration master, Luo Yujin. Plus, she has experience working in an official restoration institute. She definitely qualifies as experienced.
I admit I have my own selfish reasons. I'm just afraid she's already spending so much time with you. If she also joins the company and becomes a porcelain restorer, she'll be even closer to you. I am scared. I'm afraid that if you spend too much time together, feelings will develop.
I've told you. When the time comes, I will naturally part ways with her.
But I'm still scared. I'm already carrying your child. I'm afraid I'll lose you. Baichen, I really didn't do this on purpose.
All right. Since I've promised to take care of you and the child, I definitely will take responsibility for you both. But Yun Qian is also just an innocent, ordinary person. You shouldn't disrupt her life on a whim.
I know I was wrong. I won't do this again in the future.
I've already hired her in the company. You'll see her in a bit. Calm down for now.
Yun Qian, since you insist on entangling with Baichen, don't blame me for taking drastic measures.
Newbie. Huh? You're Yun Qianqian, right?
Oh, that's me.
Really makes you wonder what tricks you got up your sleeve, considering you got cut last time. And yet, here you are, hired again. This here is a bunch of broken, flawed, antique porcelain. You have 3 days to complete the repairs. Miss one, and that's $1,000 off your salary. Got it?
Got it.
Oh, and by the way, I don't care who in HR or which leader you're tight with. They got you in here, but since you're with Wanqing now, better behave yourself. And don't even think about climbing the ladder by getting cozy with the higher-ups. There's one person in the company you definitely don't want to mess with, and that's the CEO's wife. The boss is totally whipped. If you make the CEO's wife the slightest bit unsatisfied tomorrow, someone will have you out of Jiang City.
The CEO's wife.
Exactly. What brings you here? This is just our little workspace. With your status, you shouldn't be here.
Yun Qian, never thought I'd run into you here.
So, the CEO's wife, they were talking about...
It's not me. Who else could it be, if not you? Yun Qian, you're really persistent with Baichen, clinging on to him for dear life. You even followed him to the company.
I think you've got it wrong. I'm here at Wanqing to work.
Oh, if you hadn't said, I almost forgot. Everyone, pay attention. I've known Miss Yun here for some time now. Her resume is quite extensive. Her previous status was pregnant before marriage. If anyone has any questions about being pregnant before marriage or how to spice up their personal life because it's too plain and don't know how to make it more interesting, feel free to ask our Miss Yun here. Baichen even invited me to dinner today, so I
won't disturb you at work. Looks like the boss's wife has a big issue.
With this Yun Qian?
What are you doing? Oops, I'm so sorry. I didn't see. Here.
Let me help you wipe? No need.
I can clean it myself. Newbie, what's with the attitude? I'm trying to help you, and now I'm the bad guy. You know what? I just thought to test your workability. The restoration time for those ceramics is reduced to 1 day from 3. If you haven't fixed them in 1 day, pack your stuff and get out.
It's so late already. Well, why hasn't Yun Qianxian come back yet? Jiangshu, is Yun Qianxian still at the office?
Sir, the madam isn't here right now?
Why are you coming back so late?
I've been working hard for your company, trying to do my best.
It's only your first day of work, and you've already worn yourself out. Yun Qianxian, do you even know how to take care of yourself? You're pregnant, don't you know? I'm not like you, CEO Mu.
Living the high life, having free time during work hours to go on dates with a sweetheart. Who's going on dates with a sweetheart?
I'm clearly just if work. Really wears you out, you can tell me. Considering you're pregnant, I might give you a few days off. Yun Qianqian. Why do I always get a familiar feeling from you?
How did I end up sleeping here? Oh no, I'm going to be late.
Well, well, second day on the job, and you dare to be late? You've got some guts.
Sorry about that. I got off work really late last night and overslept this morning.
Working so late, huh? Did you get all those porcelain pieces fixed? And then just took off? Here at Wansheng, we don't keep those who loiter with no clear purpose. What's this?
The ones you gave me yesterday. Not a single one missing, all fixed and in there.
You fixed them all?
If there's nothing else, I'll get back to work. Suit yourself.
Madame, that woman actually has some skills. All those porcelain pieces, she fixed them all in one night. Seems like driving her away will be a bit of a challenge.
Such low tactics obviously won't work. If we want to drive her out of Wansheng, we need to ruin her reputation so she can never recover.
Hey, Yun Chengqian, this is a package for you. Could you sign for it?
A package? I haven't ordered anything recently, so I have no clue. Guess I'm out of the loop.
They specifically asked for you by name, said it was for you, even threw in a big thank you.
Yun Chengqian, you must be doing something right. Just started working and you're already getting gifts. Hold on. Isn't this the Han Group's logo? Han Group and our Wansheng have been arch enemies for over a decade. Yun Chengqian, why would they send you something?
I don't know.
They even used your full name saying they needed to thank you. How could you possibly not know?
Like I said, I don't know.
Well, if you don't know, I guess I'll check it out.
That's my stuff. What gives you the right?
Just because I'm your boss.
Wow, Ganoderma and ginseng, plus a designer bag.
This is quite the gesture. Wansheng and Han Group are fierce competitors. Both companies have always followed an unwritten rule. That is, no fraternizing with the enemy's company. Yun Qianqian, as an employee of Wansheng, why would the Han Group send you all these nice things?
I don't know. I truly never heard of Han Group.
You don't know? I figure you've been doing something shady behind the scenes. Scared to talk now, huh?
This is bad. Our company had 2 valuable antique porcelain stolen.
Well, we better start looking.
We've already found them.
Where?
At Han's Antique Porcelain Exhibition.
Hans? Got it. Yun Qianqian, it had to be you. You sold the porcelains to Han. That's why Han gave you all that stuff.
What are you babbling about? I didn't.
You traitor. Wansheng offered you such good terms, and you dared to betray Wansheng. Come on, follow me to see the leadership.
I didn't betray anyone. I didn't steal those items.
Save it. Say it in front of the senior management. Mr. Mu is away on business today. Thankfully, Mrs. Lane, Director Lan, is here. Yun Changqian, what exactly did Han give you? And how did they convince you to betray Wansheng? I'd like to hear you explain that in front of Director Lan.
I have nothing to say. I don't even know any Han Group. I didn't do any of that.
At this point, you're still being stubborn. If you really have nothing to do with Han Group, why would they give you all those valuable things?
I don't know.
Seems to me you can't explain it. Yun Qianqian, considering our past, I would have let you all. But you not only stole from the company and gave it to our rival, but you also dragged the company into losing a significant amount. Everyone saw it. I can't just cover this up. So here's what you'll do. Voluntarily resign and turn yourself into the police. Let's part on good terms.
I didn't do it. What right do you have to make me confess? Director Lan, you haven't even fully investigated? And you're already disciplining an employee? This approach might not sit well with everyone.
What's there to investigate further if you really didn't turn to Han Group? Why would they give you so much staff?
Those items weren't from Han.
Baichen, weren't you on a business trip?
Heard there was trouble at the company. Of course, I had to come back and check.
Mr. Mu Yun Qiangqian took 2 items from our company and gave them to Han Corporation. She betrayed Wanxing.
Betrayal? Do you have any evidence?
She's a porcelain restorer. Those porcelain pieces were under her care. She could take whichever she wanted. And given that Han Corp gave her so many gifts...
Those gifts were all from me to Yun Qiangqian.
What?
Present.
An employee. Such a difficult employee. Where did you find such employees?
I'm sorry, Mr. Mu. It was my oversight.
But the box clearly had Han's logo on it. That item must be Han's then. Mr. Mu, how could those be from you?
Because Wansheng just signed a cooperation agreement with Han Corporation. Wansheng gave Han Corp 2 porcelain statues, so naturally Han Corp would reciprocate. Wansheng and Han Corporation signed the agreement, so there's no theft or betrayal. Director Lan, your people seem a bit too sensitive.
Mr. Mu, that doesn't seem right. If Han Corp wanted to reciprocate, why specifically give Yun Qiangqian something? I think she must have colluded with them secretly.
Because Yun Qiangqian is my wife.
Yun Qiangqian is the president's wife. How is this possible? But Director Lan just...
I've never made public my wife in the company. Today seems like a good time to officially announce it. Yun Qiangqian is my wife. I hired her to come to the company to restore porcelain. I hope all of you won't bother her over some messy matters. Did you all get that?
President Mu,
You're fired.
Director Lan, you have to help me. Everything I did was for you.
So, Mu Baichen just made our relationship public. But aren't we about to get divorced?
Baichen, what did you mean by that? Why did you say Yun Qiangqian is your wife? Don't you want me and the child anymore?
Yuxi, you've gone too far. Stealing from the company and giving it to our competitor, that action could have ruined Yun Qiangqian's reputation and her career in the business world. Did you want to ruin her entirely?
What do you mean? I don't understand.
Everything I said today is true. Wansheng did indeed enter into an agreement with Han Qing. So I'm aware of Han's movements. Who stole the porcelain and gave it to Han, and who pretended to be Han, and delivered the items to Yun Qiangqian. I know it all too well. Can't you really tolerate Yun Qiangqian at all?
Yes, I just can't stand her, Baichen. It was me who sacrificed my purity to cure your love poison, and ended up carrying your child, yet you got registered with another woman. You're with her day and night, protecting her at every turn.
I've already told you. Being together all the time is just temporary. After the cooling off period of the divorce ends, I will divorce her. I'll take responsibility for you.
But I'm afraid you've fallen for her. Today you even defended her by making your relationship public. Isn't this like slapping me in the face? It seems you don't care at all. If that's the case, it might be better for me and the child to just die.
Calm down. Making our relationship public today was out of necessity after the divorce. I will explain everything to everyone. Don't worry, I will definitely take. But I also hope you won't do such things in the future again.
Really? Don't lie to me.
You today are completely different from when you cured my love poison before. Don't do things that make me dislike you anymore.
I understand. Sorry.
You should head back first. I have a meeting to attend.
So you're asking me to go on a business trip with you? Where are we headed? And for how long? Who else is going?
To Yuecheng. Probably for 3 days. Just the 2 of us.
Just the two of us? Why didn't you ask Lan Yuxi to go with you?
Lan Yuxi, she is pregnant. She needs to rest and keep well. It's not good for her to travel around.
But I'm pregnant too. I also need to rest and keep well.
What does that have to do with me? It's not my child.
Mu Beichin.
The land in Qianlong Bay. I gave it to you. And today I've backed you up in front of everyone. If you add it all up, I've already helped you twice. Can't I ask you to go on a business trip with me? Is that really too much to ask?
Fine. I'm not someone who forgets favors and betrays friends. Then I'll go pack my bags.
No need. This trip to Yecheng requires all participants to eat and live together. I've already arranged everything for you.
We're eating and living together.
Don't get the wrong idea. The suite we're staying in has 2 bedrooms.
The hotel we're staying at for the trip. Is it the New Shield Hotel?
What's up?
Why that particular hotel that night?
Are you ready? Let's go.
A total of 500,000. Since you've taken the money, keep your mouth shut.
What's wrong? You look terrible. Are you feeling unwell?
It's nothing. Maybe it's just motion sickness.
Then rest here for a bit. I'll go check us in at the front desk. Checking in for 2.
Mr. Mu, on a business trip again? Is this your wife? You're really good to your wife, bringing her along on every business trip.
Every time. How do you know she's my wife?
A month ago you were here, and I personally saw her enter your room at night and not leave until the next morning.
What did you say? A month ago? Was it when I wasn't in my right mind?
That day you seemed indeed a bit out of it.
The time when I was drugged. It was Yun Qianqian who entered my room.
All settled? Yun Qianqian, what's going on?
A month ago on the 22nd, did you visit the Sinden Hotel?
How does he know I was there? Did he investigate me privately? No, I wasn't.
But I indeed saw you there.
You must be mistaken. I wasn't even in Yecheng that day. How could I possibly be there?
But I clearly saw.
You must have remembered wrong.
That's possible. Could it be? Did I really remember wrong?
I'm tired. Going to rest now.
Could it really be a mistake by the receptionist?
1 large and 1 small 2 rooms. After all, you're paying. You take the bigger one. I'll take the smaller.
Yun Qianqian, have you really never been to this hotel before?
I've never been here.
Do you know? During the time we've been together, I've noticed.
What flaw?
It's that when you lie, you never look into someone else's eyes.
Really got nothing better to do.
Look into my eyes and tell me if you've been here before to this hotel.
It's my privacy. I don't want to say, nor do I want others to know. I'm tired, going to rest now.
Jiang Shu, go right now and get me the surveillance footage from Shinden Hotel from a month ago, the day I was drugged.
What did you say? Mu Beichin needs to retrieve surveillance footage from New Shield Hotel a month ago? Right now, go find a computer expert. I don't care how you do it. You must destroy the hotel surveillance. Beichin must not see it. Got it? Why on earth? Would he want to retrieve the hotel surveillance? Could it be he knows something?
Mr. Mu, there was a glitch with the surveillance. Couldn't retrieve it. Even footage from a month ago is all blurry. Unknowingly, one might think it was maliciously destroyed.
Then find a way to recover it.
Yes, Mr. Mu. Why did you suddenly think of checking the hotel surveillance?
How's that other thing I asked you to check? Any luck?
There is a result. Your wife indeed visited New Shield Hotel a month ago. Coincidentally, it was the day you were drugged.
What was she doing there? Did you find out?
It's not very clear. I just heard that day. Your wife's mother and brother had a car accident. She came to the hotel to ask someone for a loan.
Could it really be such a coincidence?
Hey, Beichin, have you arrived in Yucheng?
Yes.
When you start working, you disregard everything else. Make sure to rest and take good care of yourself. Did you hear me? Beichin, anything interesting happening in Yucheng?
Nothing.
Then?
You're still pregnant. Don't stay up too late. You should go to sleep first.
Okay. You should get some rest early too. Judging from his tone and attitude, he probably hasn't noticed anything. Lan Yuxi, don't panic. In another week? By then, Yun Chanqian will be kicked out by Beichin. As good as gone.
I heard Mu Beijing took Yun Qianqian on a trip to Yue City. How come she's so lucky? That Mrs. Mu's position should have been mine. It's all Yun Qianqian's fault, stealing everything from me. Mom, how can we make Yun Qianqian get thrown out by the Mu family?
Didn't you see last time how Mu Beichin protected Yun Chanqian? With that attitude, how could he possibly kick her out so quickly?
But if she doesn't leave, how can I marry Mu Beichin?
If Mu Beichin won't kick her out, we could make her leave on her own. We can't control her, but can't we control her sickly brother?
Mom, are you suggesting...
Hello?
It's me, Yun Sihan.
What's up?
Yun Qianqian, you've been sitting in Mrs. Mu's position for so long. It's time you gave it back to me.
Give it back to you?
If it hadn't been for my unwillingness back then, you wouldn't have had the chance to climb up the ladder to the Mu family. Now I've changed my mind. Suddenly I want to marry Mu Beichin again. Hurry up and get off Mrs. Mu's position for me. Otherwise...
Crazy.
How dare you, Yun Qianqian, actually hang up on me? All right. Then I'll just wait for you to come crying and begging me.
Why are you so angry? Who upset you?
You. It's all your troublesome admirers. They're giving me a hard time every day.
Ah.
What's with that The bags are packed. Hurry up and go home.
Just leaving like that.
Not even taking the luggage? You're not being attentive at all. Today's the 22nd, right?
What about it?
Just 7 more days. And it will be a month. We can get the divorce papers then.
You really want to leave me that badly?
It's not that I'm in a hurry. It's your admirers who are.
What admirers?
Hello.
Is this Miss Yun Chanqian? Your brother Yun Tian has had an emergency. He has now gone into shock. Please come to the hospital as soon as you can.
Shock? All right, I'll be right there. Mu Beichin, let's head to the main city hospital immediately. Something's happened to my brother.
To the main city hospital?
How could he suddenly go into shock? What exactly happened?
Don't worry. We'll be there soon. Maybe it's just a false alarm?
Doctor, how's my brother doing?
The situation is under control now. However, he's still in critical condition.
Critical condition? How could it threaten his life? My brother was just fine. He was perfectly healthy.
Based on the patient's condition, it appears he was poisoned.
Poisoned?
We've already pumped his stomach, but the toxin has spread to his limbs and bones. If the antidote isn't administered soon, I'm afraid we might not be able to save him.
How could this happen? How could he be suddenly poisoned? Where do I find the antidote?
Yun Qianqian, you've heard about your brother, right?
Was it you?
If you still want the antidote, you better leave Mu Beichin right away. Step down from your position as Mrs. Mu. Otherwise, just wait to collect your brother's body.
Hello? Yun Sihan, explain yourself clearly.
What's the situation now? What happened to you?
Mu Beichin, let's get a divorce. Let's expedite the process. Let's end our marriage today. Yes, let's go get our divorce certificate now.
Wait a second. What exactly happened? Tell me.
It was Yun Si-han who poisoned my brother. She said only if I divorce you will she give my brother the antidote. Mu Bei-chen, let's get a divorce, okay?
Divorce? What divorce? The entire Jiang city belongs to our Mu family. You think I can't find an antidote? Don't cry. Don't worry. Your brother will be fine?
There's no antidote for that poison in Jiang City. It was only found in a neighboring country, and it cost 500 million. Once found, I immediately arranged for it to be flown in by a private jet. Not a moment was wasted.
The antidote is found.
This is the antidote. Please make sure he is saved.
Doctor, how is my brother?
The antidote arrived just in time. We've already administered it to the patient. We also performed a debridement surgery. The patient is now out of danger.
Yes, it really was all thanks to me. All thanks to you.
Mu Bei-chen? Thank you.
Mr. Mu, isn't that a bit much? Your wife just gently hugged you. Do you really need to laugh so brightly because of that?
What are you talking about?
Dispatching people to fetch medicine from the neighboring country with 3 private jets in relay, costing 500 million. Mr. Mu, you must be really in love with your wife, huh? This isn't just falling in love. It's falling head over heels.
Seems like you've been quite idle lately.
I've got stuff to do. I'll take my leave now.
But Yun Qian was saved by Mu Bei-chen. How is that possible? Why would Mu Bei-chen help Yun Qian?
I didn't expect it either. This man, where did he learn such beguiling tactics to charm Mu Bei-chen like that? This time it didn't work. But it's likely made them wary. Making a move against her will probably be harder next time.
Yun Qian, what are you doing here?
I'm obviously here to settle accounts with you.
Yun Qian, this is the Yun residence. What do you want?
All the sneaky stuff you guys do, all the schemes you cook up, I couldn't care less about it. But you crossed the line, seriously crossed it by messing with my brother.
So we did. What are you going to do about it? Who do you think you are? You're just someone Dad threw away.
What's all this noise about early in the morning? You guys, what are you arguing about? Jiang Qian, why did you come back?
My son just barely escaped death. And you think I'm in the mood to sleep in? Chairman Yun, what a great father you are.
What do you mean by that?
Don't you want the development rights to Qianlong Bay?
You got them.
Impossible. Qianlong Bay is so crucial. How could Mu Bei-chen possibly give that land to you?
Impossible? The contract is right here. What's impossible about that?
Mu Bei-chen, he really treats you well? To give you such a big piece of land.
What about the promised 1 million?
I'll transfer it to your account later.
But I've suddenly changed my mind. A project as big as Qianlong Bay and I only get 1 million in return. That'd be a huge loss for me.
So, what do you want?
I want you to divorce her and kick them out.
You are recklessly bold. You actually forced your own father to get a divorce.
Your mom couldn't keep her man in check, and now you want to break up my parents?
Yun Qian.
Chairman Yun, I've made my conditions clear. Choose between the contract or the woman. It's your decision.
Jiang Qian, your aunt and I have shared deep love over the years.
So my mom deserved to be abandoned? Deserved to lack money for surgery and ultimately suffer a fatal injury? When you were sneaking around with this woman behind my mom's back, didn't you ever consider the deep love with my mom? How could you forget? Was that love so easily dismissed?
Honey, don't listen to her nonsense. Didn't you want the contract? She's all by herself anyway. Let's just take it from her. Isn't that simple? Why put up with her like this? Take it.
You really think That getting the contract means you're safe? You think a mere contract can tie down Mu Beijing? As long as I disagree, the Mu family's Qianlong Bei will be out of your reach for the rest of your lives. Nonsense.
Honey, please don't listen to her. Her and Mu Beichen haven't been together that long. How could Mu Beichen possibly be so obedient to her? Yun Changqian? Who gave you the audacity to say such arrogant words? How dare you? What makes you so bold?
I did. My wife's courage, naturally, it's given by me. The land owned by the Mu family. Whoever I say it goes to, it goes to.
Baichen, how do you have the time to come over? Is there something you need?
Of course, I'm here to back up my wife.
I've already made my demands. If you want the land, bring me the divorce papers in exchange. You have 3 days. Husband, let's go home.
Let's go. Just like that, happy?
Of course, before it was always my crappy dad pushing us 3 around. Now that we can push back, naturally it's a relief. This time, if we don't make that woman and Yun Si-han pay dearly, I'd be letting down the suffering my brother endured this time.
Your dad won't divorce that easily. He'll come for you again.
How do you know?
A businessman's intuition. Next time he comes for you, I'll face him with you. Do I look good? Am I not very handsome?
I'm sleepy. I'm going to sleep first, okay?
What, you guys actually dared to poison Yun Tianda? You guys really have some nerve.
We just wanted to show Yun Tianqian her place. Who knew she had Mu Beichen backing her up?
Honey Si-han and I were thinking of you. Look at Yun Tianqian the way she is now, absolutely uncontrollable. We were just afraid she'd get out of your control and act recklessly, so we tried to control her.
Control? Is this your idea of control? Making her come home only to give me attitude? It's done. Nothing more to say. The Yun family must secure the Qianlong Bei development rights. Tomorrow we're going to get a divorce.
Dad! Honey, you can't do this to me. After all these years, I've worked hard for this family earnestly and gave you a daughter. You can't be so heartless to me. Honey?
It's either I abandon you or I give up on Qianlong Bei.
No, there must be a way. Like this, Si-han and I will apologize to Yun Qianqian and beg for her forgiveness. We'll ask her to give Qianlong Bei to our Yun family. She's always been soft-hearted since she was young. I'm sure she'll agree.
All right, in 3 days, I'll host a banquet. You better seize the opportunity. If you can't secure the development rights for Qianlong Bei, you'll no longer be welcome in the Yun family.
Mom, what should we do? What if Yun Tianqian doesn't accept our apology? Do we really have to leave the Yun family?
Of course not. I've never been pushed around in my life. Since Yun Tianqian wants to oppose me like this, then she can't blame me for being ruthless.
Let's go in.
Wait a moment.
What's up?
Hold on.
Oh, I've been waiting here, finally caught up with you guys. Please come in.
Sorry about that. That's just how he is. A bit temperamental.
Come in, please.
Tianqian, Beichen, you're here.
Chairman Yun, didn't I ask you to come for the contract exchange?
Not at all. We're all family here. Today, your Aunt Xue and your sister want to sincerely apologize to you. Let's clear the air. It's all good. Don't just stand there. Have a seat first.
Si-han, hurry and take care of the guests.
Mr. Mu, please have a seat.
Honey, sit.
Si-han, you've really put in the effort. Even dressing up so beautifully. You know, I might have thought you were here for a blind date.
Yun Tianqian, you...
Si-han. All right.
It's getting late. Must be hungry by now. Let's start eating, everyone.
Tianqian, we called you back today specifically to apologize to you. About your brother's situation, we were the ones at fault, I'm sorry.
If sorry's worked, What would we need police for if you really knew you were wrong? You should have taken Yun Sihan and turned yourselves in at the police station. What you did was illegal. Of course, before turning yourselves in. Don't forget to divorce my dad first. Our Yun family doesn't want to be tainted by any filth.
Jiang Qian, I know you're still mad at me, but your dad and I are truly in love.
Truly in love, huh? Then the Chairman Yun, do you still want this contract?
Honey.
Jiangqian, come with me for a sec. Dad has something to tell you.
I'll come with you.
I can handle it.
Sihan, what are you standing around for? Go entertain the guest.
Mr. Mu? Mr. Mu, please help yourself.
Thank you.
Mr. Mu, if you're feeling hot, I can help cool you down a bit.
Yun Changqian, what exactly do you want? Do you really have to push the Yun family to ruin before you'll quit?
I've tasted the feeling of a family's ruin long ago. You've seen it. Mu Beichen really values me. As long as I don't agree, he won't give the Qianlong Bay project to the Yun family. And me. As long as you divorce that woman, you figure it out.
I agree to it. I'll divorce her. Where's the contract?
I'll have it sent to your office in a bit. There really is deep love between you two, huh?
Dad!
What's going on?
Dad!
What's happening? What's wrong with you?
Help me up. Let's go home.
You all stand still. You can't leave. What you just did to Sihan. Aren't you going to take responsibility?
What's going on?
Dad, he just now...
What happened just now? Mr. Mu, what did you do to my daughter?
He just now... He touched...
You're not saying my husband molested you and had indecent intentions, are you?
Exactly. What he did to Sihan, he should take responsibility.
Where do you get the audacity with your daughter's caliber? My husband wouldn't give her a second glance?
Shallow. It's your sister now who's being bullied. How come you're still taking sides with outsiders?
Sister? My mom only had one daughter. Where did I get a sister from? Besides, of course, I'm closer to my husband.
So this is how the Yun family treats its guests. I've truly seen it all today. In the future, I'll return the favor, doubled.
What in the world is going on here?
The thing he did to Sihan Mu Beichen, he just took a fancy to our Sihan He.
Are you not going to tell the truth? Do you think your daughter is a fairy to make someone like him cheat at the dinner table?
Husband? Slow down. Why are you so hot? This won't do. I need to get someone to help us.
Shallow. Who are you going to call? Don't call Luzian.
He's a doctor. He can help us. You're so hot right now. Why are you so hot?
Do you think I have a fever?
If it's not a fever, why are you so hot?
You know, you can't touch me right now. Especially women.
Mu Beichen, you...
Jiangqian, I've helped you so many times, don't you think?
Mu Beichen, if... It's not okay. I'm still carrying a child.
Don't come any closer now.
Mu Beichen.
Call Jiang Shu. Hurry.
Hello, is this Secretary Jiang? Is he okay now?
Mr. Mu has taken his medicine and had an IV. He should be fine.
That's good to hear.
But just to be on the safe side, we'd like to ask the missus to keep a close eye on Mr. Mu.
Don't worry, I'll take good care of him. Mu Beichen. Thank you. It's already daylight. It's been all night. Why hasn't Mu Beichen woken up yet? He doesn't feel hot either. It wouldn't be something serious, right? No, this won't do. I need to call a doctor to check on him. You're awake. When did you wake up?
Just now.
Good, you're awake.
Last night, you took care of me all night.
After what happened, it's ultimately the Yun family who let you down. Taking care of you is the least I can do. If there's nothing else, I'll be going now.
Yun Qiang, what's wrong with you?
Nothing really. I'm just a bit dizzy. It's nothing.
Yun Qiang. Jiang Shu.
Mr. Mu, what's going on with you two? First you're dizzy, now she's dizzy. Are you guys taking turns getting hurt?
Shut up. Drive faster. You're awake. How do you feel?
A bit dizzy. What happened to me?
The doctor said. About your child.
What's wrong with my child?
Don't worry too much. The child is still there, but there's a bit of an issue.
What issue?
The child in your womb is suspected to have a genetic disorder?
Genetic disease.
Does anyone in your family have a history of genetic diseases?
No, not at all. Everyone in my family is healthy.
What about the child's father's family?
He's not the child's father and...
I'm sorry, Miss Yun. I suggest you check his family for any history of genetic diseases, because if there is, it could also be passed on to the child. That could be why you fainted today. If that's the case, we'll need to consider an alternative emergency treatment to do our best to save the child.
Do our best to save?
Yes.
Does it mean if the child's father doesn't have a genetic disease, there won't be any issues? Naturally.
But at the same time, we can't ignore that Miss Yun might have fainted due to being overly tired and physical exhaustion. But just to be cautious. It's better to clarify some things. It's better to ask and be sure.
Understood. Thank you, Doctor.
You're welcome.
Don't panic just yet. It might just be a false alarm. Let's try contacting the child's father and ask him.
Mu Beichen. Am I useless? Am I a complete failure? A failed mother?
You're not. You're amazing. And I'm here for you. Don't worry. Everything will be fine. Let's try contacting the child's father.
Then I'll try contacting the child's father.
Yun Qianqian, didn't I tell you not to contact us again?
I didn't want to disturb you. You have the child's father's contact information? I need to ask him something.
Didn't I tell you? You can't contact the child's father directly. Here's what we'll do. Tell me what you want and I'll ask for you.
Fine. Please ask him if he has any genetic diseases.
Got it. This is really annoying.
You heard all that?
Yeah.
You!
Don't overthink it. Let's wait for that person to contact the child's father, and then we'll see.
Okay.
Hello, it's me.
This voice? Isn't it the person I just asked?
Who are you?
Oh, my bad, dialed the wrong number. How could I mix up Miss Lan's and Mr. Moo's numbers? Got it wrong. Almost caused a big problem. Better call Miss Lan and ask her about it.
What? You mean you called Mu Baichen and got through? What did you say?
I didn't say anything, realized the mistake, and hung up right away.
Did he suspect anything?
Shouldn't have it. Was just a wrong number after all.
So why did you call? What was it about?
It's about that Yun Qianqian. She wanted to know if Mr. Mu has a genetic disease.
How could Baichen have a genetic disease? Why would she ask that?
Not too sure about that. Maybe she's afraid of getting infected.
All right, got it. You can't use this phone number anymore. We absolutely can't let Yun Qianqian contact you again. Got that?
Understood.
Looks like Yun Qianqian really is a walking time bomb.
That's great. No genetic disease. I'm relieved now. Glad it was just a false alarm. The same number? How did she end up calling me? Must be a coincidence, I guess. It's not like you're the child's father, right? If everything's fine now, let's head back home.
Sure.
Bacon, he actually opened the car door for Yun Qianqian, that woman.
Everything okay?
I was wondering why he hasn't been in touch with me lately. Turns out he's been spending time with that person. No, this won't do. I can't wait any longer. Even if I can't get the divorce papers, I have to make Bacon completely give up on that woman. No more thoughts about her.
What do you want for lunch? I'll make it for you.
I want to eat.
Bacon, it's been so long. Have you missed me?
What are you doing here?
What's the matter? Fine, can't I come to see you? After all, the baby has been missing you?
Since Miss Lan is here, I won't disturb you guys. I'll head upstairs.
Miss Yun, what's the rush?
Are you all right?
It's fine. Can't I just invite Miss Yun to have a meal together?
Sorry, I'm really busy and don't have the time.
Baichen, let's go eat then. Yun Qianqian.
I'm busy.
You really are shameless, knowing full well Baichen's heart belongs to me, yet you still keep hovering around him.
Miss Lan, weren't you quite friendly just a moment ago, wanting to have dinner with me? Why are you so fierce now? Without Mu Baichen, you don't bother pretending anymore.
What exactly do you want to leave Bacon?
Sorry, we're still legally married. Once the divorce papers are signed, I'll naturally make space for you.
Wait, are these all your excuses? Are you just trying to use this time to make Bacon fall in love with you? So you can secure your position as Mrs. Mu? Yun Qianqian, you really are cunning and malicious.
You're really full of it, like your head got stuck in a door. It's just a man not worth me being as desperate as you are.
What? Exposed by me and now you want to run? Yun Qianqian, let me tell you, Baichen is mine. He can only be mine. No one can take him away.
Who wants to compete with you?
Yoxi. Yoxi, what's wrong with you?
Baishan, it hurts. It hurts so much.
You're bleeding. I'll take you to the hospital.
How did she suddenly fall down? I hardly pushed her.
Yoxi, you're awake. How are you feeling?
Baishan, you're here. Where's my child?
You injured your abdomen. The baby. We couldn't save it.
How could this happen? My baby.
Miss Lan, please accept my condolences. You can always have another child.
Yun Qianqian, your casual words. Did my child die in vain? Baishan, it was her. She was jealous. Jealous I was carrying your child. Afraid that I would threaten her status as Mrs. Mu. She pushed me down the stairs. She's the one who harmed me. She's responsible.
I didn't push that hard. You couldn't have fallen just from that?
You didn't push hard. So was it me then? Did I throw myself down the stairs? Did I harm my own child?
Enough.
Baishan, our baby was so young. He didn't even have a chance to see this world.
Yun Xiangqian, apologize.
You don't believe me?
Her child is gone.
What does that have to do with me? I really didn't push her.
Yun Xiangqian.
Since you don't believe me, I have nothing to say. I did nothing wrong. I won't apologize.
Baishan, don't leave. Don't leave me alone.
It's okay. I won't leave.
Baishan? I have nothing left. I only have you. Baishan, you wouldn't leave me, right? You wouldn't leave me for Yun Qianqian, would you? Baishan, our baby is gone. If you leave me too, I might as well be dead.
Don't worry. I'll soon give you a proper status.
Baishan.
Tomorrow. Tomorrow marks a month. Let's go and finalize the last divorce procedure, all right?
Why haven't I seen you before? President Mu, why the rush? Is it because of Lan Yuxi? Mu Beichen. In your eyes, I'm just a conniving and venomous person. With strong jealousy. Even willing to kill someone else's child? To achieve my goals? At the Yun family banquet, Yun Sihan said you bullied her. And I believed you without hesitation. And now you can't believe me.
That was our child. Lan Yuxi would never use a child as leverage.
So you think I would? Tomorrow morning at 8. See you at the entrance of the Civil Affairs Bureau.
Maybe separating? Is the best choice after all. You rarely dress so brightly.
Finally getting out of misery, of course. I needed a change into something festive. Time to celebrate.
Yun Changqian, it's not that I don't trust you.
Enough, President Wu. It's best we go our separate ways if our paths differ. Just take good care of Lan Yuxi from now on. Let's go in.
You both stop right there. Civil Affairs Bureau. Civil Affairs Bureau. It's all because of you. Sihan and I were driven out of the Yun family, forced to live on the streets. You've made me lose everything. And today I'm definitely going to make you pay the price. I'm going to kill you. You're all going to die with me.
Mu Beishan?
Ah,
Jiang Shu.
let me go.
Secure her.
Are you all right? Who asked you to take the knife from me? You're pregnant. Didn't you know? Have you lost your mind?
It was an emergency. I didn't think that much. You're the silly one. She was stabbing at us. Why didn't you move? Were you waiting to be stabbed? Blood? Where is this blood coming from? Are you hurt?
It's nothing. Just a minor injury.
Mr. Mu, what should we do with this woman?
Yun Qianqian, I'm going to kill you all.
Take her to the police station. They'll know what to do.
Let's go.
Let me go, let me go.
Let's go to the hospital now.
But
What's up? You want to go through a divorce covered in blood? People might think I'm abusing you.
all right. To the hospital.
All set, nothing major. Just remember, after you get back, avoid spicy and pungent foods. And keep it dry.
We'll remember. Thank you, Doctor. You.
Can you help me put my clothes on first?
Me?
There's no one else here. My arm is injured. Can't move it.
Lift your arm.
I
asked you to lift your arm.
Oh.
Shallow.
Zayin, how did you get here? Zayin, how did you get here?
I heard that Mr. Mu was injured. I came over here specifically to check on him.
Actually,
It's just a minor injury. Thanks to Lu Xiao's blessing, I didn't die. Are you disappointed?
how can you even say that, Mubeichen? Ziyin, I'm really sorry. He's injured and not in the best of moods.
It's okay, I understand. Tianqian, are you free right now? There are some things I want to talk to you about.
Then go to our usual spot and wait for me. I'll be there in a bit.
Our usual spot. Seems like you two are pretty close. Looks like you haven't been short on private meets.
What are you saying? Let's talk about the divorce paperwork some other time.
I'm injured right now and can't do anything.
Fine. Then let me know when you've decided on a time. And tell me then.
Mr. Mu, why is the madam with that Mr. Lu? Mr. Mu, isn't that Mr. Lu trying to steal your woman?
Seems like you've got plenty of free time on your hands.
Not anymore, not anymore. I'm very busy with work. And here I am, bringing you food. Here, Mr. Mu, look. This is a nutritionally balanced meal I've carefully selected for you.
What about Yun Tiangyang?
I have already delivered hers. Mr. Mu, you're so caring towards your wife. I think you've fallen for her deeply, haven't you? You're already married, after all. Why consider divorce? Just live a good life together.
Lan Yunqi sacrificed her innocence to save me back then, and now she's lost a child. Ultimately, I owe her an explanation.
Speaking of children, your wife is so kind-hearted. How could she push a pregnant woman down the stairs? I feel your wife isn't that kind of person.
I know. I've never doubted her.
You know? Then why still let your wife?
Let's first go to see Lan Yuxi.
Okay, I'll support you.
A month has passed. You should be able to get your divorce certificate with Mu Baichen by now, right?
You were planning to get it today, yeah. But there was a little accident on the way. So we ended up in the hospital.
Qian, do you not want to leave Mu Beichen?
How could that be? His heart belongs to Lan Yuxi. We're not meant to be? Sooner or later we'd part ways.
After the split, what are you planning to do?
First, I'll give birth to the child, and then live a good life with my child.
Qian, you... Could you possibly give me a chance to look after you and the child?
Ziyin, why are you suddenly making this kind of joke?
I'm not joking. Back when I was in school, I already liked you a lot. I've liked you for so many years. Qian.
But right now I'm still Mu Beichen's wife.
But you won't be for long, right?
I'm carrying someone else's child.
It's okay, I don't mind. I'll treat him as if he were my own child. I'll raise him just like that. I know you still have Mu Beichen in your heart. But in Mu Beichen's heart, there's only Lan Yuxi. He's not going to choose you. He's a man with very strong pride. He won't treat your child as his own. He's not the best choice for you. Qian, can't you give me a chance?
I'm sorry, Ziyin. I only see you as a good friend. Nothing more, that's all there is.
All right. Maybe I was too hasty. I know it's hard for you to accept at the moment. But I'll wait for you.
Ziyin?
Whether or not you accept is up to you. Waiting or not is up to me. I'll keep waiting.
Where did you go?
Beichen, you'll be good to me, right?
Don't overthink it. Get some rest.
Hey, and you? Will you divorce Yun Qian and take responsibility for me, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Beichen, you're so good. I want to be with you forever. Hey.
Yun Qian. What exactly are you hoping for? I can't let myself fall deeper. I definitely can't drag this out any longer.
Madam, are you looking for President Mu? He's here, in Lan Yuxi's room.
I won't disturb them then. I have other things to deal with first.
Ah. President Mu.
I've still got some things to do. You get some rest. I'll come see you tomorrow.
You also need to take care of yourself.
Is everything taken care of?
The stepmother of the madam attempted murder. She's been sentenced to 20 years in prison.
Arrange for more people recently to ensure Qianshan's safety. Also, send 2 others to keep a close eye on Yun Sihan. I'm worried she might make a move.
Understood, President Mu. Are you heading back to the company now?
Yeah. You go ahead. I've still got some things.
All right.
Just relax. This Mu Beichen has been firmly stopped by me.
But that woman, Tian, she really is shrewd. Even with how much I provoked her, she didn't budge. If I hadn't been clever, I probably couldn't have linked her to the child's disappearance. Keeping that child would have been a disaster sooner or later. Using him to drive Yun Qian away was worth me carrying him for months for nothing. Beichen, how did you get here? You heard everything.
And you intentionally planned your own miscarriage to frame Yun Qian.
It's not like that, Beichen. That's not what I meant. You misunderstood.
Whether I misunderstood, I can judge for myself. I know you have always been unhappy with Yun Changqian. But I didn't expect you to be so cruel to use your own child to frame her.
No, I didn't.
Lan Yuxi. How could you be such a person? Are you still the one who would sacrifice your own innocence to cure me of poison?
Baichin, listen to me. I had my reasons.
Reasons? I don't want to hear it. Whatever your reasons are, I just feel sorry for that child people like you. I wouldn't marry.
Baichin.
Yun Qiangxia, did you come back? Not in the hospital nor at home. Where could she have gone? Her stuff? Why is her stuff gone? Jiang Shu, did you see Chang Qian today?
Oh, I saw her at Miss Lan's hospital room door. The lady also told me not to disturb you guys.
At Lan Yuxi's hospital room door. This is bad.
Knowing you were hurt and it might be inconvenient, I went to the Civil Affairs office myself. After explaining the situation, they gave me the divorce certificate. Now we're officially divorced. I won't bother you anymore. I wish you and Lan Yuxi a lifetime of happiness. Yun Changqian left.
Changqian.
How do I even get a birth certificate? Why is it so hard back then? The divorce procedures with Mu Beichen, how could there be a problem? Baby, be good. Once we finish the certificate procedures, we'll go to Yuecheng to find your uncle, yeah?
It's been 10 months. Have you heard anything about her?
We've looked everywhere possible. Not a single clue, Mr. Mu. I think your wife just doesn't want to see you.
Then keep looking.
Yes.
Baby, be good. Mommy will finish up and take you home, okay? Hi there, I'd like to inquire about the problem with an unsuccessful divorce.
What did you say, quick turnaround to the Civil Affairs Bureau?
It was all settled back then. Why is there a problem now? Weren't we told just getting a divorce certificate would suffice? Now they're saying the paperwork isn't complete and the divorce isn't valid. What's going on?
When you received the divorce certificate, your husband wasn't present. It's unclear if both of you were willing to divorce.
He's my ex-husband. Didn't I explain it before? He was injured and couldn't make it.
But was it his voluntary decision?
Of course, he
was unwilling.
Mu Beichen, what are you doing here?
Your paperwork is incomplete, so the divorce is invalid. If you want a divorce, you have to reapply.
So what do we do?
We're not getting divorced. Come with me.
Mubei-chan, why are you let go of me?
Why leave without saying goodbye?
I didn't leave without saying goodbye. Didn't I leave you the divorce certificate and a note?
Who allowed you to take the divorce certificate by yourself? Did I ever say I wanted a divorce?
Mubei-chan, are you crazy? Our marriage was a deal to begin with. When the time came, shouldn't we divorce instead of staying together forever?
Why not?
You?
What I mean is, initially giving the Qianlong Bay project, such a huge project, to your Yun family, if it ends up losing money, who am I supposed to hold accountable? So until we make a profit on this land, you must stay by my side.
Mubei-chan, you scoundrel. The baby is crying. Let me go now. Baby, mommy's back.
So, this is that kid?
This is my son. All right, we should head back about the divorce. Let's talk another day.
Where are you planning to go back to? We're husband and wife. My home is your home.
Mubei-chan, you.
Jiangshu?
Yeah?
Take this little junker and throw it on the Maybach.
Yes, sir.
How come after a year he's become so childish?
Yun Qianqian, what have you been up to all this year?
Had a kid, got a certification, now planning to start a business?
Oh.
How about you? Did you marry Lan Yusi? What's with that expression? Don't tell me you cheated. You're with someone else again?
Don't you get it? All along, I've only wanted to be with you.
Hello, it's me. What? Oh, okay, I'll be right there. Mubei-chan, there's a bit of an issue at work. I need to sort it out. Can you please take care of the baby for me?
Wait a minute.
Mommy's going on a trip.
Look after the baby. But I don't know how.
It's simple. If they're hungry, feed them. If they're thirsty, give them water. If they're not thirsty or hungry but still crying, it means they need to go to the bathroom.
All right, fine.
Thanks. I've got to go. I'm off now.
What did she just say? If they're hungry, feed them.
Boss Moo, what did you call me for?
To look after the child.
Huh? But I have no experience.
Neither do I.
Oh, right. Hey, Boss Moo. Not to be rude, but this kid looks a lot like you. Hey, since you've been smitten with Madame, why not just become the kid's stepdad? But Madame probably wouldn't want to find a stepdad for the child, which means with the kid, you and Madame have no chance.
Then just get rid of him. Dump him in the outskirts. The wolves have him.
He's crying.
Then why aren't you comforting him?
Don't know how to comfort. His crying is so loud, could he be sick? Maybe we should take him to the hospital.
Then get moving and drive.
Boss Moo?
Doctor, how's the kid?
The test results aren't out yet, but it might be congenital anemia, needs an urgent blood transfusion. Who here is Rh negative? Ready to be a backup blood donor for the child?
I am. I can donate blood.
Good, come with me. Why didn't you say earlier you're the child's father? Direct relatives can't donate blood. That was a waste of a blood draw. Luckily, the hospital's blood bank was replenished in time. Your child is fine now.
What did you say? I am the child's father.
Take a look for yourself. It's clearly written right here. Your genetic relationship with the child is 99.9%. You are the child's immediate relative.
So, the woman that night was Jian.
How is the child doing?
Initially thought it was congenital anemia, but it's all good now. Just got a little scared. Cried a bit, that's all. But you as parents really weren't very attentive, huh? Especially the child's dad. Immediate relative, considering a blood transfusion. Isn't that just silly?
Doctor, you've misunderstood. He's not the father.
How's that possible? It's written clear as day on the test report. What's actually going on between you two?
The test report.
Young people these days.
Shouldn't you give me a clear explanation? What's going on here?
How can it be? You are the father.
This is the Mu family's ring. Why do you have it?
Could it be that the person at the Xindun Hotel on the night of the 22nd, who was poisoned, was you?
Yes, Qian. You were the one who cured me. I am the baby's dad.
Mu Beijing, you wouldn't try to take the child from me, would you?
Qian, what I want isn't just the baby. It wasn't easy to find you. No matter what, I won't let you go again. If you insist on divorcing me, then I won't just hand over the child to you.
You're shameless.
Oh, I can be even more shameless?
Cut it out. The child matters most.
The child is already fine.